Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday, I think about 3:30. This is looking up Soi 39 in the Prom Phong area. This building, I always said it was Legillian, but I think it's Leculian. I'm not sure, but I'm walking the other direction, just a short distance towards Sukhumvit. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. I was thinking I was going to cross the street and walk home, but I'm not really up for going home right now. So let's do a little exploring up Soi 39. And across the way, I ate at that place. I don't know if it's Japanese or Korean. I think Japanese fried chicken wings. Really delicious with a little soy sauce, dipping sauce. I need to go back. I don't know what else is in there. I see Korean barbecue and some kind of Japanese coffee shop. And this across the street, I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a daycare center, but I'm not positive. It's Saturday. So that's all shot down right now. This Soi 39, it's a cool street with some beautiful condos, but it is very busy. I hate having to take a cab through this area. I just know going from Sukhumvit up to, say, Phetchaburi, if you're going that far, it's going to take 15-20 minutes. It's just bumper to bumper 90% of the time. That's the thing with Southeast Asia, or maybe all of Asia. It's just every little space is used. This little shopping center across the way, if this were in the US, it'd be a gas station and still taking up twice this area. Here, I don't know what's stuffed away back there. I see a dress shop, a couple of restaurants down below. There might be a little tiny bar hidden away on the far right. Just every inch of space is used. If that restaurant has 4 seats and maybe 4 seats at a counter, hey, that's what they have to work with. So I love it. I love getting out and exploring all these different little places. I probably go out to eat 5 times a week, if not 6 or 7 many weeks. I could do that for the next 50, 100 years, and I wouldn't even hit a tenth of the spots around Bangkok. And just across the street is the Royal Castle. It's like a beautiful apartment building or condos. Across the street, I believe that's the Coral Life building. And just across from that is the Noble State Sukhumvit 39. Starting at 6.9 million baht. I'm sure that's for a 28 square foot studio. 1 minute to the M District, which is your M Quartier Mall, your Emporium Mall, and then the Skywalk, which continues down to the new M Sphere Mall. But yeah, it's a beautiful building. Now we're looking in the direction of Sukhumvit on 39, but off to the left side here. Get around this car. Down this way, this street kind of winds around and pops out down in the Soi 47 area, I think, like which Samiti J Hospital is. But in between here and there's some high-rise buildings. You can see them popping up, but there's a series of beautiful 6- and 8-story brick condo buildings just tucked away in between the trees. Other than this traffic, and it's like this all the time. Again, this is a Saturday afternoon. Maybe at, I don't know, 12 noon on a Monday, there'll be a little less traffic. So you have to take the good with the bad. But if you can deal with a little bit of cars, you can find yourself a beautiful building back there. Now here's the barbecue store, and I guess this is where you're going to get a Weber in this area. I love to barbecue. It's not really in the culture over here. I don't see anybody barbecuing on their balcony, so I don't dare attempt. There's no barbecues down by my swimming pool like most buildings in California or the US. They'll sometimes have some big permanent gas barbecues. And here's the Weber store. I always had these Webers. Myself and most of my buddies, we always had the big Weber in the backyard. When it was time to light up the charcoal, you had the nice gas grill. And then even living on a sailboat, we had the stainless steel, what were they, Magnas, hanging off the rail. So going home and throwing a steak or some chicken on the grill, that was a big part of my life, and I kind of miss it. If I ever got into a smaller house or situation like that over here, I'd definitely do some grilling, some barbecue. Little side street does have a name, Soi Prom Mitts, off of Soi 39. If you're following along on Google Maps, just come off Sukhumvit. They're saying a 1-minute walk down to the M District. I would say a 3 or 4 minute walk, but yeah, it's close. Here's a little serviced residence, the Viva Sierra. If you are not interested in signing a 12-month lease, these serviced apartments may be the way to go. There's many people living permanently in the serviced apartments, and back in the day when I was doing my research, many of the apartments would take a credit card. Now they're going to charge you more. Let's assume you can sign a 12-month lease and get a 30 square meter condo for whatever, let's say 18,000 baht in this Prom Phong area. Well, this serviced apartment, it might be 26,000 baht or 28,000 baht or even 33,000 baht. It's probably going to come with, well, it will come with maid service at least once a week. Again, they all have different rules, but most of them are change the sheets once a week, a maid cleaning, that kind of thing. But it's all month to month and on. Don't be afraid of signing a 12-month lease if you're, say, 75% sure you're staying. The deal with a lease over here is you're not responsible for the entire 12 months if you were to break the lease. 99% of the time when you move in, you pay first month, last month, and 1 month's rent security deposit. So 3 months to move in. Let's say you're there 3 months on a 12-month lease and you say, hey, emergency situation, I'm heading back to Australia, the United States, whatever. They'll say, okay, no harm, no foul. We're keeping the last 2 months deposit. So if you're paying, you know, 500 bucks a month, you're out 1,000, but you're not responsible for 500 times the next 10 months, if that makes sense. And I don't think I've ever been back here. I try to get up and down every little side Soi. It's just, there's so many. There's a vintage collection. We sell leather bags, boots. It looks like a secondhand store, but I see a lot of cool leather boots and things in there. Huh. I'm not sure what this is. Some kind of back loading dock of a business. But up the way, I think, is another serviced apartment. Let's go take a peek. And below the vintage store, I see wine bottles and summer mojito, spaghetti, little restaurant. Again, every little space is used. Unlike in California, you just get in your car and drive 5-10 miles in between everything you do. Over here, you can just walk 1 mile and you're gonna find a million things to do. Yeah, this is the Serene Sukhumvit 39 Hotel. Okay, I thought it was a condo. Well, just up where that black van is, we're gonna get back on Soi 39, head off to the right, and we'll be at Sukhumvit in no time. Oh, and I guess, sorry about that motorcycle, I guess that business is the Smith Bearing Company. Bearings. Yeah, you see, I had no idea that, well, vintage clothing spot or that little restaurant below was back there. Every table was packed, so that tells you something about the food. Put that into the rotation. Like, see that brick building back there? I love those 6-8 story, larger, older style homes. Most of the time they're gonna have a pool and a small gym. I'm living in a high-rise condo up on what am I on, floor 26. It's nice, the view's nice and all, but the view from the 8th floor, it's also pretty nice. So I would not shy away from a 6-story building at all. Now here's a coffee place, Azure menu. Not sure it's open right now. And across the street is the Grand 39 Tower. That's probably the pool right there on like the 6th floor. Oh, I'm remembering now, there's the Azure Hotel. I think it's a hotel. and the coffee shop below. And when you're talking some of the nicest and most expensive condos in town, these Les Raffines, I know of 2 or 3 around town, but they are just beautiful condos with a not so beautiful price. Next door is the Cafe Amazon, a nice 2-story coffee shop. I'm not sure what this place, I think it's an antique store across the street, the Fior. The building upstairs looks like it needs a little work, but I see what look like antiques in the window. And here's a tuk-tuk racing off to one of the different condos. Hi. And this is Philippe Restaurant, French cuisine. I'm not a big French cuisine guy. It seems like everything's cooked in a pound of butter. I know that's delicious, but yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the heart attacks these days. But if you're your French cuisine, also on that side of the street, I might try to run between the traffic here, but there's a place called My Porch Music, which I thought was a music shop walking by forever. You know what, I am going to cut across, but I don't think it is. I think it's one of those restaurants where they spin vinyl. Try not to get hit here. Thank you. Yeah, you got to watch yourself. And see, this motorbike's going in the direction of traffic, but you really have to watch both ways, because there are people, and I sit on those motorbikes every day when there's bumper to bumper traffic like that. The motorbikes just go any way they can. If it's in the wrong direction, whatever, they need to save time, it's all understood. But if you're running in between a couple of these cars that are to stop, not a good idea. If you only look one way, you're going to get hit by a bike coming in the other direction. Now across the way is the Matsumaki Sushi Bar. I have had a meal in there, but it was on a previous trip. I need to get back on that. At East Thai Massage. Oh, okay. There's an At East Massage right across from my O'Shea's bar on Soi 33/1, and I'll oftentimes see a tuk-tuk pull up that says At Ease on it, and a couple of the masseuses jump in it. So they must have, well, this is obviously a second store, maybe they even have a third, and they kind of shuttle the therapists in between locations. So here's the My Porch Music, and I've never ate in here. Like I say, I assumed it was a music shop, but it says karaoke. So there you go. 3 hours is 300 baht a person. 6 hours, 450 baht a person. Huh. Yeah, I thought I stuck my head in there one time, and it was kind of like a restaurant with vinyl happening. Well, here's the My Porch restaurant right next door. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it might be worth exploring. And the Haru Ranman Pizza Bar. And this is the back entrance to some private residence. It's just 3 stories high. Many of these buildings will have multiple ways to enter. Say the lobby's on Sukhumvit, and this is the car entrance on Soi 39. Here's the pizza bar. I guess it's a Japanese kind of pizza bar. Huh. Margarita, prosciutto, mushroom and bacon and white sauce. That looks pretty good. Lunch specials, just like everywhere in the world. 12 to 3 or 11 to 4. There'll be these smaller plates at a smaller price. And here's your traditional 4-story walk up, oftentimes a business below, but this is somebody's home. So you have your car parking and whatever the kitchen might be below, and then floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, maybe even a balcony. I really like these. I've never looked into renting one. I know it would be a little tricky as a foreigner owning one unless you had a Thai partner, but I'm sure you can rent one of these. I just don't need all this space right now, but they're pretty cool. Now this is a nursery. Yeah, you can see people have really did these, I'll call them 4-story or shop houses. They're definitely a little more rustic in 99% of spots around town. Here's the ice cream man. But it is not unusual to have a little cleaning service, or like not a dry cleaner, but a place to wash your clothes down below. And then maybe 2 generations live in the next 2 floors. Another Japanese restaurant. And I think this is a fancy dress shop. Is that Amore? Next, one more Thai massage and gold curry. No shortage of curry anywhere in Thailand. I mean, a lot of the Thai dishes are curry based. And there's a lot of good Indian food over here. Now this is, what does that say? BKK Vice Massage? Don't know anything about that. And here's the 39, another beautiful building. Try not to get whacked by this interesting truck. Yeah, they like to decorate those dump trucks and sand haulers with mirrors and lights, and sometimes they're blasting music. I think it's a good time. Now this is Isan Thai food. I was walking by with a friend a couple of years ago, and she was like, oh yeah, you know, I know there's food from, say, Chiang Mai, the khao soi soup and all that, but just like anywhere in the world, Thailand's not that large. Let's say it's the size of California, and this is just a rough estimate. Don't yell at me in the comments, I'm just guessing. It's certainly not the size of Australia or the United States, but even in that distance, there are regional foods more so than just seafood in this area. There's a big difference between the food in, say, Chiang Mai than Bangkok and Phuket. Yeah, and I don't mean to be snarky at all. It's just, when you do a YouTube channel, it's interesting. You kind of get a taste of every single person that's out there in the world, and I'll say 99% of people couldn't be any more normal and couldn't be any more cool with the comments and you know, even constructive criticism, but in a normal way. But there's that 1% out there that can't wait. I don't know if they're, what do you want to call it, a failed engineer, and they're just sitting home waiting to correct you on everything. It's like, well, actually, you said Thailand's the side of California. Well, California is exactly 32.356 square by this by that, and Thailand is not even close. It's 32.1257. Ay. Well, okay, I'm gonna say this wrong, so maybe I'll be corrected. The Bon Sunpek. Pretty sure, yeah, this is a beautiful condo. Yeah, I'm just having a little fun too. Make all the comments you want. I have never, ever once said I'm any kind of expert on anything. Maybe carrying mail. I was an expert on being a mailman. But Thailand, no way. Now this is a small hospital. The Better Being Hospital. Asia's first and finest functional medicine hospital. I don't know, it's very small. I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure what's going on there. I had walked by it a dozen times and I thought it was like a nursing home, but I'm not positive. And on the right here is the 39 by San Siri, kind of tucked away in the trees. And then next door, oh, this beautiful place, what is it called? The Diplomat on 39. There you go. And across the way is the World Thai Massage next to Tokyo Joe, BKK, which is a clothing retail shop. It says buy and sell brand name items. It's clothes. I like the Treasure Factory. I'm all about finding brand new little ovens or a mouse, a wireless mouse. But if you're into checking out that vintage clothing, there are 3 or 4 spots just in Prom Phong that I know of. And right here is Zap Hair Design. I think it's a little higher end, but let me give you an idea of some prices. Yeah, this is definitely high end. Well, no, I guess 800 to 1400 is not out of line for a women's haircut. I know a guy can get his haircut over here for 200, 500-600 baht if you want to go to a fancy barber shop. Kind of like the fancy places in California, New York, London, you know, but I'm sure it's closer to 75 pounds in London. Over here, it's gonna be 600 baht, and I do it once in a while. I also go to the 150 baht guy once in a while. But here you go, hydrogen 2,700, hydrogen peroxide, I guess. Color treatment 2,000 baht. I'm sure you can find some more affordable place. I'm standing in one of the more expensive places in town, across from probably the most expensive building, the Diplomat on Soi 39. So it's all about location. Prom Phong, Thang La. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't mean to generalize people in any way, but there's a little bit of, look at my $2,000 haircut, you know, it's much better than your 1,000 baht haircut. There's a little bit of that going on, just like it does anywhere in the world. And here's the Diao restaurant and bar, which I believe is a Japanese karaoke snack type bar, I think. I've just walked by it before, and that appears to be what's happening next to the 7-Eleven. Now this little alley where you're gonna see this car probably take a left, he will then pop out right at the Prom Phong BTS. And there's another little restaurant down the way on the right. I can't read the name, Andigio, that I need to give a try. I kind of pick my restaurants based on 100 people standing out front eating and waiting to get in line. To me, that's the signs of a place I need to try. And then up here on the left is the Vittorio building. Now that is Sukhumvit, just 30 seconds ahead. Prom Phong BTS is 30 seconds to the right. Across the way where you see the Mercure Hotel, that is Soi 24. So this is central Bangkok. This Vittorio, it's probably gonna come at a price adjusted to its location. On the left, this is just a side entrance to, oh, I forget what it's called, this big fancy building that's right on Sukhumvit. But there's really nothing here on the left other than the parking lot. And on the other side is a Your Mobile wireless phone store, cell store, I guess, and the Coca restaurant since 1957. You can also access these places in the alley. I'm gonna cross the street and walk up that alley because I'm crossing over at the Prom Phong BTS. Smile Center Dental Clinic. The, what is that, Sealy Nail Bar. Another phone store, Berry Mobile. And a Lawson 108. Retro 39 is a hotel, I believe. I haven't fully figured out these Lawsons. They're the Lawson 108, I think, is more like a 7-Eleven, and a regular Lawson is a huge drugstore. Medicine, all kinds of shaving gear and creams. But I think these 108s are a little bit more lined up with a 7-Eleven, just snacks. So walking back up this alley, there's the Tokyo Joe. And I think there's a old school massage place. Yeah, it is, right here on the right. That is, I always see 10 people waiting out front, so I'm sure it's a very affordable rate. Get out of the way here. The Po Thai Massage on 39. Yeah, this place is super popular. Next to a cosmetic surgery and wellness clinic. And Nantra, I believe, is a hotel. The only reason I say that is I've seen other Nantras around town and they were hotels. And I'm going to say it wrong again, the Adagio. But this place, in the evening, always packed. There's just always dozens of customers having a good meal. Along with this place, Boone said that was a Somtam place. Again, in the evening, packed. And this place, I think, is a little Japanese restaurant. And like I say, we were on the other street, so most of these businesses will have an entrance on either side, like the Lawson or the Retro 39. And if you're looking for a notch above a hostel, I'm assuming just a nice clean room directly attached to the train, well, that's the train right there, 50 feet ahead, Prom Phong BTS. And this is the Pantera Group, which is management for, let's see, Sugar, all these fancy nightclubs on Soi 11, Sugar, Levels, plus a bunch of dispensaries, Cloud 9, Mary Jane, on and on. It looks like they have 20 large centers. What do you call them? Nightclubs and dispensaries. And I'm sure they're the management group. And here's a dispensary, Be Good, next to a massage spa and cafe. Healthy massage next to Thai massage, next to a Pulse Clinic. Pulse Clinic, it used to be I don't know, like a quick medical clinic. I don't think it is anymore. I think they just still have the sign up, and it looks to be an art gallery today. So yeah, I'm not sure. This is the Stocking Massage next door. And there's the other entrance to the Smile Center Dental Clinic. If you're having a tooth issue and it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday night, still go into one of these centers. Many of them will be open till 8 o'clock at night, and they're looking to earn a living. So if you come walking in at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, I'm sure they're gonna charge you a reasonable amount and at least get you out of pain, get you on your way to recovery. Now this restaurant across the way, I can't read that little sign. I think it says sardines. Let me walk over there. No, Sarnies. And I want to say it's a vegan or vegetarian restaurant. Yeah, I think it is. And this place is the Coca restaurant. It says from 1957, so old school. As is Imchan straight ahead on both sides of the alley. It's street food, but sit down with little tables. Street food prices, 60, 70, 80 baht on most meals. Some things will be 120, but it's all super affordable. And I think it used to stay open super late. I remember some midnight, 1 in the morning meals, but these days it appears to close up at 10 p.m. But right under the Prom Phong BTS, check out Imchan. Also some delicious smoothies. Super affordable. Off the top of my head, I don't remember, 40, 50 baht. And here is the organic shop at the Sastana restaurant. Probably pronouncing that wrong. And some chicken on a stick. Yeah, this Imchan is good stuff. And then we're on Sukhumvit. We're at the BTS Prom Phong. They don't have the prices here, but trust me, they're cheap. Chicken wings, 99 baht. Vegetable spring rolls, 80 baht. It's good stuff. In fact, I might set this phone down and get a smoothie. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, man, I'm all about the street food and all, but these smaller sit-down restaurants, they're kind of the same price. And again, I know people are doing a fine job, doing the best they can with the street food, but in many instances they're washing dishes and pots and pan in a large bucket of water. Here it's a full kitchen facilities and all. So pick your spots. But this Imchan, and I've never had an issue with street food. I've had food poisoning twice in my life, and both times it was in California. At one time a higher end place, and one time it was a taco stand, but they were both legitimate with an A hanging in the window. And if you're not familiar, we have the ABC card, and you won't oftentimes see a B or a C. If it's not maintained at an A with the health inspector, I think it gets shut down at some point. I'm not positive, but nonetheless, I got food poisoning at 2 places over my lifetime, and I don't know how many street food meals I've had in Thailand and all over the world. And again, I just picked the busiest stands, and I don't believe they're in the business of trying to poison their customers. So I just queued that up perfectly for the one guy who keeps saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna get street food poisoning every single time. You're not used to the water over there," and on and on and on. And yeah, that's just the guy who should stay home. Turning 58 soon. I might be 58 by the time this video comes out. I mean, I'm staring at 60, and somehow I'm walking around Thailand and most of my life with a big smile on my face. So I'm not sure how old I'm supposed to be before I turn into the grouchy old guy who's mad at everything. I had a guy in the comments today, and again, it's amusing to me. I should probably leave the comments up, but I just delete them. I'm not into a lot of negativity on the channel, but what did this guy said? I hadn't heard this one. Land of Smiles. What did he say? He goes, welcome to the land of smirks. They're always ready to stab a frong in the back, and you know, on and on. And that bar you went to, I hear they spit in your beer if they don't like you, and on. I highly doubt there's any bar anywhere in Thailand where they're spitting in your beer. Maybe they're spitting in that guy's beer, and I can almost understand why. Again, I'm kidding when I say that, but I'm not sure at what age I'm supposed to turn into the crabby old grouchy guy that likes to leave comments on videos about how stupid you are and all this and that. Cheers me up that I'm just having a much better life than somebody that would take the time to leave a comment about how me or somebody I showed in a video is stupid, or they don't know how to say sukhumvit correct, or on and on. I just don't get it. I know those people are out there. I just don't happen to run into them in daily life. So again, maybe they're sitting in their mom's basement frustrated that they're not living here in Bangkok, and the best they can do is yell at me. Hey, so there you go, 55 baht. I just asked Nit Noi on the sugar. They put this like corn syrupy, sugary mixture, and just the ice and pineapple, and maybe a little dash of that, sometimes 0. It's good enough for me, but 55 baht, I'm loving it. And I'll stand by for the guy who's gonna comment, you're an idiot. They make that with non-purified ice. You're gonna die. I had one of those once and ended up in the hospital, and on and on and on. I don't know. I personally have probably had 300 smoothies in the past 2 years and never been affected one time. But personally, I'm going to keep drinking these delicious 55 baht smoothies and have a great time. If the other guy is terrified, he can keep running into 7-Eleven and drinking Cokes all day. So thank you so much, and there'll be more videos to come. We'll check you later.